Morning glory and evening grace, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt in Fort Worth, Texas, at the American Legislative Exchange Council's annual winter meeting on policy. Every policy wonk across the states, all 50 of them, gather and they talk shop, they talk ideas, they talk initiatives, they form task force. I get to talk to speakers and President Pro Tems of Senates and speakers of House, and I've got the Speaker of the Kansas House with me right now, Dan Hawkins. Speaker Hawkins, though, has lost his mind and is running for insurance commissioner in Kansas. And I got to ask you, in California, that is Russian roulette. It's crazy. Florida, it's not a great job. What's it like in Kansas to be the insurance commissioner?
Actually, in Kansas, it's probably the least political job there is. It's really a regulatory job, but I think it needs to be much more, and I plan on making it much more than what it is. Right now our insurance commissioners tend not to have any insurance experience. I've got 30 years of experience in the insurance business. So I think I'm uniquely...
Which agency were you with?
Pardon me?
Were you an independent broker or were
Yes.
you a state you were an independent guy?
Yeah, I had my own employee benefits agency.
Okay, so you know that in California, they turned down insurance request after insurance company request, and so no one was insured, not no one, but most people were not insured when the
Yes.
Palisades fire went down. That is the fault of government.
It is.
Do you feel that responsibility if people are uninsured or there are no insurance? It's the responsibility of government.
Well, I think the really my responsibility is to make sure that we have a robust market.
Yes.
And that's one of my biggest arguments with our current insurance commissioner and many of the ones before our last insurance commissioner is they didn't go out and try to bring business in. They didn't look at rules and regulations and see why insurance companies did not want to come. One of their biggest gripes, the insurance companies' gripes, is that we're hard to do business with. Well, if we're hard to do business with, why? And if we are, then we need to fix that.
Change it. How many people work in the insurance department?
100.
Okay, you can get your hands around that.
That's right.
Now, our buddy John Campbell, former congressman, former state legislator in California, lives in Kansas part-time now. He grows cows for part-time living.
Yeah.
Can you insure cows?
Absolutely.
And
Sure can.
How does one appraise a cow herd?
Yeah, everybody knows how much beef costs. I mean, it's a commodity.
But what if it's a breeder?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how.
Okay, so we got to get. Is there a particular insurance company that does that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so most of your farm insurance companies like Farm Bureau, State Farm, those companies will insure cattle.
It never occurred to me until this moment that State Farm actually had something to do with farming.
They do, absolutely.
Not from the ads that you see. Tell me about being Speaker of the Kansas House. That would seem to me to be a civil job. Is it civil?
It's civil, but it's a very high stress job. Let's put it like that.
When I read, I like Civil War history. I read about Bleeding Kansas in the 1850s. Mm-hmm. It's not like that anymore, is it?
No. Actually, I think that one of the things that I've brought to the speakership is civility. I work across the aisle all the time trying to make sure we have a good relationship. Do we agree on issues? Most of the time, no. And I say that in jest. There's really 90% of the issues that are really bipartisan and everybody will vote for it. There's that 5 to 10% that gets pretty tough.
How big is the House?
The House is 125 members.
That's a kind of a big House.
So it is. It's actually, for the size of the state, we've got 3 million people. That's a big House.
And so what's the RD split?
So it's 88 Republicans and 37 Democrats.
Now, I talked with the President of the Senate yesterday, and I want to just go over the same ground on redistricting. Yeah. Can you get redistricting done?
We can. It is possible. We got a lot of work to do, and quite frankly, there's going to have to be something change in the connection out there. People are going to, because we've got people that are against it.
Do your members understand that politics is now nationalized, and that I know they might not think that way in Kansas, but if the House is one seat D,
yeah,
it's because Kansas didn't act. Did they get it?
Believe me, I made that argument at our retreat.
Oh, you did?
I sure did.
And did anyone say, "Oh, that's not going to happen"? Because it could very well happen.
There's probably some differing opinions on why they don't want to redistrict. We're in a little bit of a special situation in Kansas. It makes it more difficult for us. We have a Democrat governor,
right?
And our Democrat governor is pretty extreme. So we have two methods to call a special session. One for the governor to do that, and she refused.
She won't do it.
No, she won't do that. The other is for us to find 2/3 of our members on both the House and the Senate to call ourselves into special session. The Senate got it. They got 29 of 31 votes that they had to have 27, so they made it by 2 extra. I was short 10 votes of being able to get into special session.
And how many are you starting with? Republicans.
Republicans 88.
So you have only 78 of your guys gals on board.
That's right.
Now, I don't want to call anybody out because I'm Midwestern. We don't like to focus any one identity. But other people will. Are they aware? It's a national issue. It's not a Kansas issue. It's a national issue.
It's going to become more. The awareness is increasing, and it will continue to increase. But quite frankly, there's going to have to be some folks out there that help.
Well, it's coming.
Yeah.
The poor guy in Indianapolis who's getting hammered.
I know.
I don't want to talk about it, but to me, it's not something I'm used to. And I'm 69 years old. I've never seen anyone get hammered like that. And then they'll get done with him, and they'll get it done, and then they'll go look into Kansas because every seat matters.
And believe me, that's exactly what my message to our retreat, our caucus retreat was. And unfortunately, the administration or any of the associations out there that would support the administration did not engage in helping get the special session. So now, for us to do it, we're going to have to do it during our regular session starting in January.
So
and truly, there's going to have to be some serious work done between now and January to get that up.
let me know if we can help. I want to close by asking about you and Ty Masterson. He's running for governor. You're running for insurance commissioner. He has a primary. Do you have a primary?
I do not have one yet.
That's a nice thing to have.
It's a nice situation.
So I was very impressed by Ty Masterson. Obviously, there are other people in the race. I don't know anything about Kansas. But when is your election?
So our primary is in August.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, so it's we have actually a late primary compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Very late.
Why don't you change that?
You know, it'd take a constitutional change to change it for certain. We'd really need to. We've got some laws in Kansas that are a little bit different that are problematic for us. Number one, most states that have early primaries can raise funds during session. We can't. So we have a moratorium. Once session starts, there's no fundraising that goes on. So that takes 3 months out of the equation, so it makes it rather difficult.
Are outside groups on both sides planned to?
Absolutely.
And so have they overspent everybody else? Because that's sort of the cloud over all of American politics. We ought to just let people give money to candidates so that we know who's got what and let them fight it out.
Absolutely, because quite frankly, you know, we have our campaign finance laws are very restrictive. We can only raise so much from each person. We're not unlimited like some states are, where you can just get as much money as you want.
What's your limit?
So on a statewide race, 4,000 is the max.
Okay, let me say unconstitutional. Anyone challenge that recently?
Actually, we changed it this last year. We were at 2,000, so we doubled it.
You know,
Kansas is a little bit funny when it comes to those things.
there is this
Really
14th Amendment that incorporates the First Amendment that says Congress, and that means state legislatures, shall make no law respecting freedom of speech. And so you're stepping on people, but good for you for raising it.
Yeah.
But I wish you great success, Speaker Hawkins, and I hope next time I see you, you're Insurance Commissioner Hawkins, and we'll talk about what we're going to do. I wonder if there's a group of insurance commissioners that get together across the country.
There is. It's called the NAIC, the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. They get together about 5 times a year. It'll be interesting.
When you're in that, would you take the one from California? I can't move back there until they get that fixed. Would you just take them inside of a room somewhere and beat some common sense into? I mean, in a nice way.
I can't wait to get to that point, because from what I've heard, I might be one of the more conservative ones.
Oh,
there.
you will? Oh. California can't do math. Bring along a pencil, because you're going to have to explain a lot of things.
Sure.
Nice to meet you, Speaker, and I really hope you have success, because I like nice people in high office. Kansas Speaker Dan Hawkins, Alex State Chair of Kansas in 2025. Hey, friends, let me tell you about our friends over at Conservatives for Lower Health Care Costs. Our friends at Conservatives for Lower Health Care Costs know that there's a battle underway in the Congress about whether or not the Obamacare tax credits ought to be extended. I am against extending them all. That was ridiculous. I am for refining to make sure that the people who make between $50,000 and $150,000 are not screwed completely. Those people were promised if you like your doctor, you can keep them. If you like your insurance plan, you can keep it. Nah, you couldn't. You were screwed. And now they're getting hit with 100%, 200%, 300% increase. Some of those people need tax credits, and there's a negotiation underway in Congress. What I would like you to do is go to their website, which is pharmawindfall.com. We do not want Pharma Windfall to walk away from that table with a big bag of gold. Conservatives for lower health care costs do not want the discussion about tax credits to turn into, well, let's give money to Big Pharma. No, we do not want Big Pharma to walk away with big money. We want Big Pharma to walk away with nothing. So please head to pharmawindfall.com. It's pharmawindfall.com. Conservatives for lower health care costs, great sponsor of the program. You can learn more about them at pharmawindfall.com. Please stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Portions of the Hugh Hewitt Show are brought to you in part by Conservatives for Lower Healthcare Costs.